Good evening. I'm back. And again, I left everything up, so we're gonna keep working on whatever it was we were working on. Let's see. Ah, that's right, I was optimizing things. Hooray! Hope everyone's doing well. It's a good evening. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So, oh my god, I haven't thought about it at all. What are the stavs going to add and or subtract? I just don't know. Oh no. You know, it's funny. I don't know how I do this. Like, it seems like I get stumped, and then I just walk away and forget about the problem. And when I come back, I think about the problem and how I can fix it. This is absolutely fixable. Because if it's tied to the item, I could just have it to where I statically set, depending on the staff that you have, I can still get the same reduction in mana cost. And potentially cast time, too. Instead of piping it through this system, well, this system, I could just pipe it through another means, another way. So what I need to do is first, we're going to kind of go up. I'm going to prune out some of the code that I know we don't need. Alright, so for mana regen, it's already commented out. For max mana, that is already commented out. Okay, so we have to comment this out. And we're going to have to comment this out. So the cast time and the mana costs get commented out. Ba-da-da, boo, 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 boo. And I think I got all the print statements out of here. Yep, looks like it. Wait. Yeah, looks like it. Sweet. Okay, so I don't think I need this open anymore. We'll close it out. I'm going to close out the projectiles because I think that's good. And I'm going to get rid of this, I believe. Yep, I don't need the packet system open anymore. Alright, so we have to look at the staff, and I'm going to have to add some of my logic to the staff. So, item, tools, staff. So I think I need to do on interact, I believe. I guess I could do. I don't have to do on interact. I'm gonna do it in with on loaded. So I'm gonna create a couple variables here. And I will say this could be spell modifier. So no, hold on. Staff spell modifier. We will do mana cost. And then I'm going to also do cast time. Both of these should be floats. Right? Mana cost and cast time. This dot gonna do that. This dot staff cast time. I'm gonna have to cut these. All right, so I'm gonna have to find a way to snapshot. You know, I'm not gonna put it here. Instead, I'm going to do this on step. Okay, I'm going to put it into here. So I'm going to say if... So I'm gonna have to take a snapshot of the item itself. So I'm gonna have to say this dot item. No, it wouldn't be that. I have to hook into item slot. Here it is. So if this item slot dash item stack dash item dot contains, or code, right? Code dot path dot contains, and then we are going to do the old tier 1. Wow, that's not what I wanted. Thank you. So if it's tier 1, we're not going to do anything. If it's tier 2, which actually means that I should have it up top, because I should zero it out. So we'll initialize it. So I'll do a tier 1. There we go. So I'm embedding the code in here. I'm going to put these modifiers in. Now, what I need to do is... I actually do need to go back to that original code. Right in here, scroll down quite a ways. Okay, so I'm going to move this off to the side because that has the float variables. So I could do something like this. RMR references dot. So this will be mana cost. And then cast time. This will be tier 1, tier 2. 3 and 4. I don't think this needs to be a nested if statement, because none of this stuff really conflicts with itself. Okay, so now what I can do... The cast time is going to be easy. I guess I didn't think the mana cost too much. I didn't think about the mana cost too much. How am I going to do the mana cost? So I guess it depends on where mana cost is going to live. Right now, it lives in like the individual spells. And then if the spell is successful, then I subtract the mana cost. Shoot. I think I may have to break this up a little bit. So maybe I can't do mana cost because I can't directly impact mana costs when it exists in the spell itself. Not really. I don't really have a way to like manipulate the spells. Hexadin, posture check. All right. I was slouching. How you doing, Hexadin? All right, so what I'm going to do here is at least come down to this section. Here it is. So I can get the cast time modifier. Do the inverse here. So I could do this. I can add those two together and then Have the cast time there. Although it's not gonna show up. This was so much easier with the old system. Because this isn't going to reflect upon the cast bar either. Alright, I gotta rethink this. So I'm gonna undo what I just did there. You know, for now, stabs, I don't know. Until I figure it out, we're just not gonna... They're not gonna do anything special. There we go. Successful. Let's hop in the game. Because I still have to figure out if the rubber banding's gone. I suppose I could just spawn a bunch of traders around me and then try and run around, try and overload the area. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoops. There we go. 30. 30 of them. GM1. All right, I think I optimized it enough to where this isn't... I'm not seeing anything. You! Having no gear sucks. I was gonna say, are you gonna try hit me, bro? Do you even lift, Santa? Oh, this area is gonna get really annoying. Oh shit, the bear's there! Oh god. Game mode 2. There we go. So, I think it's fine. Actually summoning a trader. You never know, I can make a spell where it's like a ghost trader that you summon as a temporary thing. It's missing his bottom half. Just kind of floating there. In life, my name was Roy. In death, I am Balthramar. Seeker of truth and purveyor of cheese. Okay, unheld interact step. All right, what am I doing here? I got to come up with something for the staff eventually. Let's see what kind of modifiers we would have with the armor. Man, my character looks ugly. Insufficient mana. So it takes 46 mana and I have 33. Yeah, that would be insufficient. Okay, so let's start revamping the Rust Mage now that this is done. Because I think I could get that done tonight. Semi-easily. I think I have the Summon Light spell done. We're going to meditate. I'm going to learn that spell. And then we'll deal with the Rust Mage. I think I'm going to have to redesign some of the modifiers a little bit. Let's give this spell a test drive. So it went from there to like there. Still a little weird. What about right there? Well, isn't that great? We found our first bug with... Oh, because it took half a space. So I gotta put a check in there. And then it disappears. It's like a fart in church. It just blew right out. So that could be griefy. So I'll have to do a check to see if the space that it's currently in is air. And if it is, then I could summon the ball of light. I wonder if this works in water. I don't think I've tested it. Oh, it actually doesn't work in water. Oh, insufficient mana. Spell that summons a random creature. It actually did it in the water. That's very interesting. At least it disappears without a trace. Yeah, see, it's not doing it every time in the water. I think that looks pretty cool. All right. Let's redesign the Rust Mage. First thing I'm going to have to do is go into the recipes, because we have to decouple some of this. So requiring the trait Enlightenment. So I guess I can make a couple bonuses here. I can make it to where everyone can wear mage armor, but mage armor is half as effective if you're not a rust mage. So you won't get the bonuses now. I don't think I'll do that. Everyone, I'm going to make it to where everyone can make mage armor. So everyone can make the mage armor. What about the Sigil of Awakening? Everyone can make that. Sigil of the Forged, everyone can make that. The bracelet, everyone can already make. The focus, only Enlightenment, so only Rust Mages can make the focus. That's going to be like the sling. We have two different kinds of spell books here. Why? Oh, okay, I know. It's for like the, okay, various leathers and stuff. Okay, so everyone can make a spell book. And then the stabs, everyone can make the stabs. The staves! Burp, 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 burp. All right, I'm gonna get away from all those people. It became too peoply over there. We're gonna make a cave over here. Spellcasting's... Oh, of course, there's a GD bear over here, too. Damn bear. There we go. This will be my new home. I don't think my spell's gonna reach over there. It would reach over there. Oh my god, it hit! Must have been like right towards the end. Come at me, bro. Alright. So that's going to change a lot of what everyone has, like, available to them. Now, I'm thinking I can allow everyone to learn all the spells. So everyone can upgrade to tier, all the way up to tier 4 if they want, without being a Rust Mage. It will unlock all the spells. It's just you won't get the bonus of like the spell modifiers. Or maybe I could... I don't necessarily want to cut the spells in half, but like maybe 25%. Like they'll be 25% less effective. So like maybe the duration will be 25% less, the effect modifier 25% less. That, or I should make the modifiers 25% greater, and then I can preserve the current code where it is, and then that could be everyone's baseline, and then I could just do a thing like if you're a Rust Mage, then this is the extra modifier bonus for being a Rust Mage, and then I can add on to things like the damage, 25%, and I could subtract 25% from like the mana cost. I won't do cast time, it would just be the mana cost and like the effect, you know, duration. And then I can tune things around the Rust Mage for the final numbers. I may have to adjust a couple spells. I think maybe that would be the better way. That way everyone can still do everything, but, you know, they're not going to be, like, that good. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be better, but it would be more balanced. Who says you could sleep on my land? We got to get some better armor. It's bad. My hair! It's singed! Wait, let's put the healing focus on. How much health you got, buddy? 53. You know, I should put, like, swirls of green in this. You motherfucker! You goddamn bear! Yeah, you sit. So 53 health. I'm terrible at, like, shooters and stuff. There you go, 64. Just healed your ass. Oh, that's great. That is great. That's definitely going to be fun. All right, let's look at upgrading. Let's unlock the upgrades for everyone. Get rid of that, and that. Get rid of that. Okay, here we go. Magic knowledge. And this is going to be about upgrading, being eligible for upgrades. Here we go. Send message eligible for tier upgrade. This is where it starts. So, run the message is eligible for magic tier upgrade. So this is where I'm doing the check to see if you have the watched attribute for your class. And then I make sure it's the Rust Mage class. So we're not going to do that anymore. I'm going to comment this stuff out here. So we're just going to do a raw just tier check. Nothing to do with the Rust Mage. So it looks like I didn't have them as constants. All right. I'm going to temporarily disable them. You know, I'm not going to disable those here. I'm going to put them back because I may end up using them for something else. I think that's all I needed to do to get rid of the enlightenment. I should change what enlightenment does. So we have to go to the localized name for it. So enlightenment allows the player to advance beyond tier 1 magic. I should say decreases mana cost of spells by 25%. Allows the creation of, or allows, let me look at the base game here to see how they, how it's worded. Language file, EN. So I'm looking for sling. Raw sling bowl, mold, charge. Exclusive craftable, that's how it's done. There. Exclusive, is it allows exclusive craftable? No, just exclusive craftable. Decreases mana cost of spells by 25%. Exclusive craftable. Instead of sling, this is going to be focus. Handbook research. I think I want to do something here. Maybe this. Boom, boom. Boo, boo. All right, paste that in. So it's going to be the focus. I mean, do I put the search, handbook search, and // I'm going to try this. I'm going to fireball it in. I'm going to stop the game. I'm going to rebuild. There. That way the class isn't too overpowered. You know, I don't really have to... Maybe I don't have to do too much with, like, the mana cost. Because really what a class is doing, it's like... I don't know. I don't know how I should do it. I want people to pick a Rust Mage. I want there to be a good benefit to a Rust Mage, but I don't want them to be super ridiculous overpowered when it comes to, like, magic. I think being able to make the focus makes them very valuable by itself. It's like, you know, it's like the sling. You give me a sling as a clockmaker, and I'm gonna kill some things. You know, everyone will be able to cast spells, but if you want to do certain things to a certain element, you know, or you know, get the items, like anyone could use the items, but you need a caster, right, to make them. Oh yeah, let's check this out. I'm gonna shoot a fireball. I want to make sure that it lights up, even though it's dark out. Oh yeah, I think that looks pretty damn cool. Cool. So it lights up. Love it. All right, I'm going to save and quit. We're going to create another new world. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Angry. You know what was the one? Was it Kind? I think Kind is the new face I kind of want to go with. Yeah, something like that. Wait. There we go. There we go. Trumpet, high-pitched, reaches. So there we go. So decreases mana cost of spells by 20%. Exclusive craftable focus. And if I click on it, didn't do shit. It didn't do shit. So what if I pick this? Weird. So Blackguard Sword. So it's just taking in a name. So is it this that it's looking for? We're gonna reload. Angry Vice. Hey Vexus. I feel like limiting all casting behind getting an anvil slows the class, making it strictly useful late game. Well, yes and no, Hexadin. I mean the blacksmith, right? You know, and one of the other mods, you know, that I play. Still doing the same thing. Item Rustbound Magic. So maybe I just need to put in focus. None of this focus dash fire or anything, just that. Oh, because it's opening up a search. Yeah. Really, it's not even, honestly, the anvil's the easier part. Like, I'm locking you behind being able to actually make leather. You know, make paper. I don't know how many people in their worlds, like, focus on making paper. And copper, I mean, really, depending on the server you play in, copper's pretty easy. You know, like, if you can push past copper pretty quickly. And not only that, like, you could still unlock magic, and you'll have to build up transmutation anyways. The game is more challenging early games than late, even more so for the class that unlocks all of its power at the same time and unlocks metal items. I don't really think so. I don't think it's really unlocking all this power. All the other classes can now use all the other spells with our change. Can you do anything with just a staff? Well, what do you mean, can you do anything with just... You can cast any spell with just a staff. I'm not sure what I'm going to make the bonuses be. I'm not sure. I gotta figure out what the staff looks like what your spellcasting tool. What benefits does it give you? Why should you upgrade a staff? You know? My original thought was you would upgrade a staff and you would, you know, like you would eventually become like a tier 4 and then that staff would be like a fire staff or whatever and then you wouldn't need a focus. There we go, focuses! Yay! So you could see, oh, this is what it does, this is what it is. So getting the mana cost reduction for spells, and then the focus itself, I think that's all the spell benefits that it needs. Because those are actually pretty huge as it is. I haven't gotten that far in the mod yet. Yeah, I just played a little bit. It should feel okay. I've been playing it off stream, just kind of farting around with it. It felt pretty good. I did not like how the Rust Mage was like, you pretty much had to be a Rust Mage to like do anything in the mod, or a lot of the stuff. Because it looks good. That's why you should upgrade that staff, because it looks good. Alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth, but no toothbrush. Right? Oh man, dropped something. Nah. There we go. So, I mean, now that we could do that, what should the staff do? What benefits? It seems weird to make it to where, like, well, you got to get a tier 2 staff to cast tier 2 spells, and then a tier 3 staff to cast tier 3 spells. Like, I don't know if that feels tacked on, because I'm already doing that kind of gating with a spell book, you know? Staff you can make as soon as you got an anvil chisel. Do you need a spellbook too? Yeah, you need a spellbook too. Unless you just want to cast transmutation for like the rest of your life. Which is a good spell, but yeah, you do need a spellbook. A spellbook and a staff, they're like the two most important tools to have in the game. Or in the mod. So you need to be able to make leather as well. I mean, do I want to switch to a durability kind of system? Each time you, like, cast a spell, it lowers the durability of your staff. But then, you know, it would be annoying because you would have to... I just don't know. I don't know what a good solution looks like for this. I feel like we're close. We're close. I just don't know. I'm open to suggestions. Because, like, my idea is, okay, the armor, everyone can have the armor now. There's no restrictions anymore. So everyone can make the mage armor, everyone can look like a mage, and you don't have to be a rust mage to be a mage now and look like it. So everyone's gonna kind of get the inherent power of, like, a rust mage. So what's gonna make a rust mage special, right? So mana reduction, I could see how that could be a beneficial thing. Maybe reduced temporal stability loss, like when you're meditating. Maybe instead of, like, you know, 5%, it's 4% that it takes for your stability, so you can get those extra ticks. Maybe I could call it, like, strong mind. Rust Mage cast spells with a low tier staff while other classes need a better staff. I don't know. So, like, I could use the tier 1 to cast, like, tier 4 spells, but then I would still be putting in a restriction kind of thing. Same thing that the spellbook does. It's just I'll be restricting you both ways. That's interesting. That is interesting. So... I guess I could do... I could make a new trait, and I can call it Strong Mind. Strong Mind. Boop. And... boop. Enlightenment, Strong Mind. Or, you know, instead of Strong Mind, let's look up some nifty words like mysticism, or, you know, we can have fun with this. We can have a little fun with this. I am slouching a lot tonight. I'm tired. Chat GPT, help me out. Oh no, the site's down. Oh my god. Come on. Load, baby. Well, I guess I'm not getting Chat GPT's help. Oh wait, the page is kind of loading. It's just playing with me, sitting on a blank screen. Oh well. I would like a one word kind of thing. I could call it stability or stasis or something. Period of inactivity or equilibrium. Stasis. Nah, it sounds too high-techy. Could go with erudite. Creator Unreal. Yeah, it does have kind of an EverQuest feel. I won't go erudite. I won't go. Vomiturgis. You know, Final Fantasy kind of ruined that for me. You know, they kind of ruined that for me because I think of Black Mage like, oh, I get like fire spells, or no, this just makes it to where you have a little less temporal stability loss when meditating. So just go EQ, EQ. You know, it was the class that I never wanted to play. I know they made some of the best enchanters, but I thought their foreheads were weird. I get it, they have a bigger brain, I get it, but I think it would be a simple patch to add traits to other classes too. I don't care about other classes. Like, I mean, other classes are going to be just other classes. You know what? You could already cast any spells. I'm not going to give them any bonuses. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna. Mega Mind. I don't know. Oh. What's the opposite of Mind Flay? See, meditation wouldn't really do. Erudite. ChatGPT, is it open? No. Ain't got nothing. When I needed you the most, ChatGPT, you let me down. All right, let's look up Thesaurus. I'll do this old school. Shamanism. There we go. Shamanism. Oh, I could call it like reflection. Scholar. Knowledgeable. I mean, maybe scholar. Enlightenment and scholar. You think scholar may actually be better for like the mana cost reduction and then the craftable item, and then maybe enlightenment could be the reduction in temporal stability. Yep, Thesaurus. DOTCOM. It's like you knew. So maybe Scholar would be... I think that would make more sense. Scholar and then Enlightenment. Scholar. Hif, my gun. All right. I think we're getting somewhere here. We're getting somewhere. Is it scholar or just a natural gift? Are you a wizard or a sorcerer? I mean, at that point, are you, you know, are you a dog or a canine, right? Are you a cat or a feline? Honestly, it's going to be the same thing. If you want to call yourself a wizard, you could call yourself a wizard. If you want to be a sorcerer, you could be a sorcerer. Right? We're splitting hairs at this point. Whatever you want to call it, I'm not going to put a name on it. That's why something like scholar kind of interests me. Yo, Wizard Harry. Yeah. All right, let's save this. I need to make a couple adjustments. because now the focus should not be looking for enlightenment. We're going to change it to scholar for now, unless someone comes up with a better name. Push his glasses off your face. Yeah. Harry! You want to call yourself Harry, you can, you know. You do you. No, I'm just using the D&D definitions. Wizards are magic nerds. Sorcerers are magic lucky. Yeah. One's blessed by, you know, the magic and gain, you know, has the innate perception. The other one studies and devotes their whole life to it, right? Yeah, but at the same time, this isn't too D&D like, so I get a little more flexibility with it. A little bit more. Like, I mean, scholar would make sense, right? Because you... But maybe I don't like scholar now. One has to study all his fucking life. Yeah, right? You don't see young wizards. You see young sorcerers, but you don't really see young wizards. You see a lot of Gandalfs walking around. I learned color spray 5 years ago. How old are you? 102. It took my whole life. Rust touched. Ooh, Hexadin. The rust touched. Ooh, so do I go back to enlightenment being... Took me my whole life how to spread glitter out of my ass. Rust touch, better at rust magic, but your armor rusts faster. No, I'm not adding anything more. They already have quite a few negatives, I think. But your armor rusts faster. It's a good idea, Hexadin. It is a good idea, but I don't want to add more to the rolling ball. That's worth it. You know how many people would pay to have that ability? Can you imagine? This is a hold up. Give me all your gold. Hold on. Let me just undo my belt here, and you could take my pants. Ha! Color spray. They're gonna be telling their buddies, I tried to rob this wizard. Oh my god. I thought I was getting his pants. He color sprayed me out of his ass. Oh man. I'm gonna keep enlightenment. We're gonna come up with another word for this whole rust immunity. Well, it's not even immunity, it's just it doesn't take as much rust damage. Woo-hoo. Undo my belt. Oh crap, it's a bard. Right? Don't turn around or you'll get it. It's like, okay. You fool! I'm strongest at my rear. Alright, now that the shenanigans are over, yeah, it's gonna be like one of those, you see the videos where it's like the dude like booby traps the Amazon package, and it's got like cameras and stuff, and it's a dude and a person in his car has stole the package and goes over and it just sprays the glitter all over and starts doing like the fart stinks, and oh my god. It's gonna be like that. What the shenanigans are over means. It means you're about to get a face full of color spray. That's what it means. A very unlucky day for ye. Alright. So, this is gonna say, I'll say, lessons. Temporal. Stability. Loss. Via. Meditation. Whatever this ability will be, What will it smell? I don't know. Depends on when the magic starts and, well, where the magic starts and the biology ends, right? You know, car-mounted weapons as deterrent to carjacking are illegal, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing about glitter, right? Definitely mess up someone's day. Definitely. I mean, so we got enlightenment. I mean, do you think it'd be too much of a bonus to have them better at casting spells? Or should they just be better at mana regeneration? Do I just make it to where enlightenment gives you the exclusive craftable focus, which is that alone, like being a rust mage and getting that, you're going to have to supply it to everyone else because it's like the sling, right? It's going to be a really good thing. It's going to be how you can more easily, you know, gain elemental attunement, because you could still get shards without it. You just get it at a faster pace. So, you know what I mean? Like, that alone could be enlightenment, being able to make the focus. And then whatever this is here, you know, Scholar could be that, you know, lessens the temporal stability or whatever. Or should I just roll it all into one? Enlightenment means you lessens temporal stability via meditation, and you can make the focus. You know, let's log out. Let's log back in. Oh, wait. I picked the class, didn't I? I don't know. We'll find out. I don't remember. We've been talking about, like, color sprays and stuff. I don't even know. Scientists don't even know. Hey! So let's look at some of the traits. How much information's too much? I mean, they're looking at, like, frail and stuff, right? So what's the point of, like, I could just say, you know, decreases, you know, the temporal stability loss or whatever. And then exclusive craftable focus. It could all just be enlightened. I don't have to make this other thing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it easy. I just talked myself into it. There we go. Whoops. Boom. And get rid of all of that. This is not needed. I'm going to save. I'm going to fireball. We're going to stop. I'm going to rebuild. There. That way everyone can use magic. It's just that your biggest gate, no matter what you do, is going to be juggling your temporal stability with your mana regeneration. So having it being, you know, taking less stability. There we go. Enlightenment. Lessens temporal stability loss via meditation. Exclusive craftable. So why don't I do percentage? I could do like negative 20% temporal stability loss via meditation. It's still going to be long no matter what I do. I could just say lessons. Although I should give people an idea of what the lessons is. It should be like... %. Should I do 2? So right now it's 5 temporal stability a tick. So without anything on, it's 5 temporal stability for 1 mana. If this is going to be the only other trait that makes a Rust Mage more valuable, why don't I make it to where it's 3 instead of 5? So it would be a 40% reduction. Because it's gonna give you an edge in the beginning, but there is gonna become a point where everyone starts getting the armor, and then you get more mana per tick. So, you know, it's just gonna make the Rust Mage, like, Enlightenment would make sense, right? Like, they're a little more in tune, so that's the only bonus. Everyone else gets the same kind of spells, same mana cost, the same equipment, right? Like, everyone can do everything. We're all happy little snowflakes. And it didn't save. Build. Oh, Vexus, by the way, I'm on .NET 7, 1.18.8 with my modding environment here. So it looks like I was able to get it done. Oh, is Oats on? Darn it. I don't think Oats is on. We'll have to poke him a little bit. Oh, he's on? Hey, Oats! No, I meant like in stream. I know he's probably on Discord. I'll have to tell him later. There we go. 40% temporal stability loss. So that's going to be enlightenment. And then actually all I have to do, this is going to be actually pretty easy to make this change. I'm going to copy these. We're going to go into the meditation specific logic. Shit, I clicked the wrong thing. No! There we go, meditation logic. Run meditation mana regen. So we could look at temporal stability. Oh, I already lessened it. Oh, wait, no, I didn't lessen it. I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. Okay. So this is what I can do. Boop. Boop, boop. There we go. Something like that, right? So I'm going to look to see if the character has this string here. Oh, shoot. Let's look at the original code. Hey, Oats! Guess what I'm programming on? This is 1.18.8 .NET 7. Ah. I had to poke fun at you because of last night. How you doing, Oats? Hope your night's going well. Nice. Did you read? Yes, I made some paper speak. It was beauteous. I made that paper speak all night. It was pretty easy to do. once you read the instructions, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what it is. I need the character class system. Nope. Character selected character system. This is it. I need to take a look at the character classes. Why does this look different? Did you read? All right, let's do character. I think it's the GUI that I need to look at creating here. Composer, create character picker. What do I want? Character classes, mod system, right? Character class. Damn it. Keep going to the wrong place. Not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I have yet to get it to work. I can try and help you out later with it. Character base. This all looks a little different. It's kind of weird. From player mod data. Mod data create player. So this is character creation. Then we broadcast the player's data. We're marking the skin as dirty, so it updates on the server/client. Then client done. This is not what I want. I mean, I kind of feel like something has changed here. Oh, wait, no, I just didn't scroll up. Whoops. All right. This is what I was looking for. Character class is what it's called. This is the only thing I was looking for. I don't need this anymore. Let's move it over here. There you go. Boop. So instead of doing all of this weirdness, I'm going to make sure that you have the class. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I already did it. Oh, that's what my code was doing. It wasn't a proprietary thing. I was just making sure that you had picked a class before I start checking against it. And then I look at Rust Mage. Oh man, I wasted all that time. So if you pick the class and that the class equals Rust Mage, then we're going to cut this out. I'm going to paste this. Else. Do this. If you didn't pick a class, yep, you will be able to regen mana. Else. That. There we go. But see, this will only take effect if you have temporal stability in the world, you'll gain this bonus. If not, then you'll just be able to make focuses. Do I really have the temporal stability drain here? What do I have this set at? No, so I do have it set at 5. Yeah, so it does take 5 temporal stability right now. So I can do like -2. Alright, so I could do that. So if you're a Rust Mage, it's going to be the 5 -2, so it's going to be 3 per tick. This right here just makes sure that you can actually replenish mana above a certain amount. Maybe I could bring that floating point number down a little bit, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's within a 3% margin. By that time, you've gone crazy anyways. I'm freaking out, man. So that's if you have temporal stability. If you don't have temporal stability, it just does it. So let's give it a try. Whoa, whoa, calm down. I wanted to build first. There we go. Now you may start. So I think this will make it easy because you do get other bonuses picking this class. Like you get the run speed, you're more frail, but I think being able to make the focus is a game changer. Because then you're going to be better equipped to deal certain kinds of elemental damage to whatever it is you're attacking. Like, other people can do it, but without you, they can't make their focuses. So they're going to be stuck to just the Rust. Alright, so this one, I picked Rust Mage. I am going to kill my temporal stability. Or I'm gonna use mana, and then I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to see how it subtracts it. So I'm at 85. I'm going to sit down. Time set day. So since I'm a Rust Mage, it should be every 3. So 84. We're not meditating yet, though. 81. All right, 78, 75, 72, 69. Okay, so my meditation is a little more efficient. I mean, I think that's good, right? That should be all right. This area is temporarily unstable. Let's try to go like here. Oop, next to this tree, right there. See you later, maybe? Yeah, see you later. 47. You think 40% is too much, or should I make it just 20%? That feels kind of good. I do have this bracelet on, so I'm getting 2 mana per tick. I guess so. Let's do a little math here. So if I have 200 mana and let's divide that by 4, so 50. So if I have the best bracelet on, I would need 50 ticks to get to full mana. But that's at 4 ticks. If I do 200 divided by 5, right? So it would be 40 ticks? Am I thinking of that right? So I have the max tier bracelet, which I believe gives you 5. Yeah, 'cause it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it would give you 5 mana a tick. Whoops. So that would be 40, and if we multiply that by so if it's 5 temporal stability each time. Yeah, so I mean it kind of comes out as a wash, right? Like you would only be able to get 40 ticks. Like it would take 40 ticks to get there. I guess I'm doing the math wrong. God damn, I'm tired. Because it doesn't matter like how many ticks in that aspect. It depends on how many ticks you can do, right? It's how many ticks you can do with 100% stability. So if I do 100 divided by 5, right? So if my stability's full, I can get 20 ticks of mana. With that bracelet, right, and being the max, that's a lot of mana that comes back to me. Now, if I have 100 divided by 3... I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Yeah, so that would be 30 minus 1... No, so it would be 60. So I would get... Man, my brain is not thinking. Holy crap. But you know what I mean, right? Like, it would be 5 ticks at 100% is 20. So 3 ticks at 100%. Yeah, I just can't do the math. It'll be, what, 12, 15, something like that. Just doing some mental math. So I gained that much more, right? I don't know. Or it would be the opposite way, right? So it would be... Maybe it is like 33 ticks. Maybe it is. So I would get more ticks of mana. And I am still... Oh, I'm not meditating. I was going to say my stability's not really rising. Did I do something wrong? Hi, Bingley. Hi, buddy. I flushed your toilet this morning. My cat just, I didn't even know he was in here. I flushed your toilet this morning. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to get out? You gotta go poo-poo? Gotta go use that nice toilet? Need some more food? Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna let my cat out. Come on, Bingley. I'll be right back. Come on, my little booty. Go. Come on, Bingley. Here you go. Okay. All right. The cat is out. Boop. I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be an upgrade. I don't think it's going to be too crazy. What's the staff going to do? What's the point of having multiple staves? What reduction could it offer? My stability is still pretty low. Oh, there we go. It's going up. Oh, so that area was just temporarily unstable by a lot. There we go. Now it's increasing. What can this staff do? It doesn't make sense to have it modify anything with meditation. Specific spell school cost reduction. You think you'd see that on like the focus? You know what I mean? Because so far these items do not have durability. If I hit someone, it does very, very little damage, but it's pretty much equivalent to just hitting him with your fist. But there's no durability loss on this. Why don't I have durability loss? I think I'm overthinking this. I'm thinking of it in the aspect of, oh, you have to like attune this to you and have it keep going up. The way I have my wands is it starts off as like the inert version, and then you like bind it to yourself, right? But I also embed like the mana stones, and the mana stones are kind of like what you're gated against. So why don't I have various versions of like the innate version of my wand or my staff? And then you could just put like a different stone on top. You wouldn't upgrade it in the same way, but it would be a completely different thing. But the bonus would be I could just give you a lot more durability depending on the material it's made out of. Right? So, like, depending on the mana stone on top, and then I can add another modifier to it. And I suppose people would like the different staff woods that you can make out of it. No one would probably want to see me get rid of that, I assume. Heavily used magic staffs can be used to get some materials or craft some things. Well, I mean, what do you mean materials? Or to craft some things. If you have ideas, I'm all about ideas. I'm kind of digging this. Although, I mean, I would have to get rid of the whole soulbind system. I mean, do I gate this in the same sense of like, well, to make this staff, you need to have copper unlocked. To make this staff, you need to have iron. To make this staff, right, stainless steel. I mean, crafting ingredients can only be acquired after you completely use up a staff. I just don't know what, you know, I just don't know what I would use it for crafting ingredients. You know, like, it sounds like it would be an interesting idea. I just don't know with the amount of work that you'd have to even put in to see, like, okay, what is heavily damaged? Now I'm looking at, in the crafting grid, having to do modifications to see, like, well, how damaged is the durability on it? You know, does it qualify? And then, you know, potentially come up with my own crafting grid, you know, kind of like a recipe. You know, because I think about it, like everything else, right? Your swords, your spears, all this stuff has a durability, right? It has a shelf life. So why don't I copy, you know, something like the... You know, looking at something like the spear, right? So this version right here would be pretty much like the tier 1, right? So it's some kind of... It'll just be a regular stone, you know, just like just to start you off, it's going to be like a quartz stone. And then, like, you get this, right? But it has very low durability. And then you could get, like, a copper attachment, right? You use a little copper. That was a cool lightning strike right there. I caught that. Right? But the durability is going to be vastly increased. And then so on and so forth until you make, you know, like, one of the more powerful spears, or in this case, staves. You can only upgrade your staff when it's at 0 durability. Well, that's the thing. Like, I still have to... It's going to be too annoying to, like, make... I either have to make my own, like, crafting matrix kind of recipe that loads into the world, which I don't want to do, because that sounds like a pain in the butt. Just to check to see, like, oh, is this at a certain durability? Unless you know of, like, an in-game crafting recipe that already does that, where it can look at the durability of two things. I just don't know if that logic's in there, or if I'm going to have to get kind of hacky to get something like that, because I don't use Harmony. I don't touch any of the main game assets. You're just asking for trouble. Conflicts with other people's mods. So I try to stay away from that. Think you can make broken items? Well, broken items disappear, don't they? Like, this isn't like Tinker's Construct, where you keep the broken that you can bring back to repair. Well, that stuff, like, disappears, doesn't it? You know, when, like, your shovel's going down, or, like, the hammer or something. Yeah, see, like, the iron hammer, like, steel could be, like, the maximum tier. But you get so much durability with it. You know, iron would be reduced. So it would go, like, steel, iron, copper, and then, like, you know, just the regular stone. There's at least one mod that makes metal tools drop metal bits. Well, yeah, that's something else, so. You know, like, there may be a way to do it, but this isn't that kind of mod. If I can not put time into creating a whole subsystem like that. You know, like, it's checking the durability. Nah. I want to go for more simplicity, you know, when, in terms of, like, checking durability. You know, I think having the bonus of, you know, not having it tied to anything, it doesn't have to necessarily be spellbound to you. Maybe I could remove that restriction. Like, a staff is going to be a staff no matter what you do. I don't know. Maybe that's the solution. You know, this will be the item that kind of eventually wears out. Let's give it a try. See, this isn't going to be too hard to implement either. I think I have most of the code in, because originally I was going to have this take durability, and then I decided to just pull it back last minute. So might as well give it a try. Maybe it feels good. I mean, it is just a staff. Yeah, so I already have that. Alright, so there's only a couple things that I would need to add. Oh, wolves. Really? Ow! Quiet, dogs! I'm thinking. Let's look at tool. Let's look at the knife. Let's look at some durabilities here. All right, so you got like your copper knife. You got your iron knife. And then you got your steel knife. That'd be pretty good. Pretty good. Let's look at other tools. So you got knife. What about shovel? You know, let's look at like knives. Knife. So my stuff's already tool rackable. I'm not going to care about ground storage. There's the behavior for ground storage. I don't care. Shape, so held animation, nap, break tool. I don't need to worry about that. Here we go. Durability by type. This is going to be the first thing that we are going to want to look at. What is pushing me? It's... There we go. Oh my god, it stopped raining. Oh my god! Alright, so something like this. So we can do... that. So copper. There we go. So those are going to be all of the things that I want. Just the staff. What its burn time? Hey, RC. It ain't going to have a burn time. Actually, yeah, it looks like I didn't put burn time. Can't burn it. It's magic. It's magic. So I can do something like that, right? 50. 125. This could be 250. And then the steel. You can do something like 500 for the steel. Because this is going to be a little different. Everything takes cast time. So if you know, and this brings about an interesting thing. If your spell does not take effect, do I still dock you for casting? So if you try and transmutate something and the transmutation failed, technically you still did channel the spell. I won't subtract your mana, but I may still subtract the item durability from it. Maybe. Honestly, having it like that, I'm not gonna lie and make it sound like it's some big important thing. Honestly, that's just me being a little lazy. Because I know that's gonna be easier to do. You know, like it's the way it is, right? That could be tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. There we go. Tool tier by type. The attack power on everything's going to be low. You might as well, it's just as equal punching things. There's not really a mining speed. It's not really going to be an attack power. I already set that pretty low. These are all the ground transforms, GUI transforms. I thought there was something where it's like on hit or on melee hit or something. Here, damaged by block breaking and attacking. I do need to make sure this is in here. I will put it right here. So if you break a block with this, it's going to damage the durability. If you physically attack with it, it's going to damage your durability as well. I mean, I guess if that is the case, how much attack power does a knife have? I mean, a knife does at least 1.5 HP. So I could put it on par with the tools instead of 0.5. So I could do... what is a... axe? There we go. The standard axe. That's 1.3. Wow, the axe attacks a little less than the knife. What about a shovel? A shovel's only 1. So I could do like a 1.3. I could go right in the middle. The degradation of the magical energy flowing through the tool. Exactly. You keep hitting it, you're gonna fracture it till it breaks. Oh shit, look at some of these attack powers, huh? Like, that's pretty low. That's not even 1. Oof. What about a hammer? Hammer's 1.3. Should I just do like 1 attack power? I could make it 1 for like everything. I think I'm gonna do that. Since you can physically attack with it, and if you're a Rust Mage, you're not gonna do that much damage anyways. So I could do like 1 attack power. You know, or you know what I can do? Instead of just 1 attack power, I'm gonna do this. Boop. And I'm going to look at the knife as a baseline. Maybe. I mean, 4 hit points. That's kind of crazy. How much is a sword? See, that's so much higher. So this thing would almost be as good as like a melee weapon. So I'm not going to use a knife. Let's just use whatever the axe does. So a steel axe. Oh man, that's still 4 hit points. Then 3 hit points. 2 hit points. 0.8 hit points. Or 1.3. What's the shovel? Because I guess a shovel would be more like blunt, right? Because this would be a blunt. Okay, so the steel shovel's a 2.5, and then 2.3, then 1.3, and then 0.08. All right, I'm gonna put it in line with that. It's gonna be 0.08, 1.3, 2.3, 2.5. Just in case people want to use these as melee weapons. And 0.5 for anything unspecified. Which means up top, I guess I no longer need the inert version of this stuff. So for now, I'm going to skip inert. Heck yeah, give me a whacking staff! Gonna give people their battle mage, you know. You're out of mana. Oh yeah? Freaking wolf. So this is the lesser pine staff. Let's see. It didn't do it. We gotta shut down the game. So anything inert, right? Get rid of that. Rid of all of that. I'm gonna have to change the recipes. We also need to go into the staff itself. We're going to have to change a couple other things too. All right, build, start. You can have a staff and a sword. I'll make a sword offhand item next. Dual wield! I gotta clean my area. Starting to accumulate some soda bottles. There we go, look at that. So we got a durability, attack power, the attack tier. I can get rid of the whole sneaking thing, because that's no longer part of this. I think I went too far down. Ah, this is the part. So I just need to get rid of... Oh my god, I gotta get rid of a lot of this. Pretty much all of this and all of this. I get rid of. And then I can still... Should I shouldn't even have like anything soulbound at this point. Because there is no soul binding right now. I'll preserve the code just in case. So that's what it's going to look like. It'll have its flavor text. It will tell you what the durability is, your attack, use, cast magic spells. There we go. I should probably do that, right? Maybe space it a bit. There you go. Use cast magic spells. That way it just doesn't merge with everything else, so then you have what you would expect on an item. And that would open up all of these. So let's pull out a celestial staff. Boop, 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 boop. Oops. I mean, so it does some damage, right? It is indeed. So you could do that, or you could cast spells with it now. All right, there we go. So since that changed, we have to create the new crafting recipes. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to make this into an array. And I'm going to merge these two first of all. Copy. Paste. Mod description on the mod page is missing some text before features. Yeah, it could be. I'm gonna have to rewrite that, right? Because Rust Mage is now changed. Everyone can learn magic. That means I have to rewrite the stupid book too, the guidebook. This is why I didn't want to do a guidebook. You make one change for the better, and it's like, oh great, I gotta like rewrite all that crap. There's a half day of thinking gone. Oof. Sucks. it sucks. Do I even need... Yeah, I should probably have like a knife, right? So clear quartz, a plank, and a knife. And then you can make like the entry level staff, the tier 1. Right, tier 1. And then what I can do is... for this, you really need a writing AI. Yeah, I do. I do. So I'm thinking about it. Do I want to... do I want to make you smith something? How in depth should the better stuff be? Because maybe for like the tier 1 stuff, you don't need that extra ingredient, but for like tier 2 to make, you know, like the greater cypress staff or whatever, like maybe you'll need to make maybe I can make it like a staff clasp or something like that, and then you gotta like forge it out and then cool it down, and then you can use that. Kind of like how you would with a saw blade, right? The saw blade itself can only make one thing, your saw, but it's the act of getting you involved to like create the item. I wonder if I should do that here. Just make 4 more items. They could be staff class. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I could pepper in the texture by just replacing the white cloth. You know, like that part and that part could be like whatever the metal is, and then you could preserve the wood, right? Unless I make it to where like maybe the entry level one is mostly wood, but then it turns into like either a copper staff with like the wooden handle as like your default. Hey, Odin. The All-Father. I don't know. How should these things look? Any suggestions? Because it's definitely more wood than anything right now. My god, he's got a fireball! Look at you with your backpack. You will be the first to go. Aw, little piglet. Little piglet. I don't know, anyone got any suggestions? Any ideas, like how the staff should look? Should I bother making another item? Or should I, you know what, let me look to see what other items we already have available to us. So let's look at like copper. Because don't we have like nails and stripes and, you know, different things like lamellar. I can just piggyback off of something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be as boring as an ingot, but like, what is this, a torque? That's not anything. That's not anything. So we got like spearheads, right? A wrench doesn't make sense. Really, it could be something like the maybe scales. The staff looks good right now. Yeah, I mean, the staff does look good. Like, I'm not changing the shape. I just, whatever the metal is, I want to incorporate that metal look in. So this is twofold, right? So if I'm going to make, like, a copper version of the staff, what does that look like compared to the others, right? Like, should it be, like, a wood thing? Like, should I put a line in it to where it's, like, you know, you could see the copper kind of coming, you know, like up the base of it? Does the handle stay cloth, even though there's no cloth in the creation at all? Let's do this. Let's put it on display. Boop, boop. Alright, so we got our staff. It's kind of more wood right now. Sun's that way. Alright, so there we go. Wait, do you want the staff to be rustable or rust-proof? Is that a thing? I like the style of a crooked wooden staff with a magic bit held together by string. Yeah, I like that too. So, I mean, you know, we'll look at everything, right? So the tier 1 is technically going to be like this. The tier 2 would be that. Tier 3 would be that. Tier 4, I don't have anything really like made yet. See, tier 4 looks the same as this. I wanted to make something unique, so it's just a placeholder. I added more of those little bits to distinguish it for now. Right, so you got your tier 1. And I mean tier 1, because I don't want to add stone to it, you know, and then have all of these sub variants, you know, for like the stone tool part. It should just be wood, right? Like you're going to use planks anyways. It should just be wood. And then you got something like this. Like I just don't know what an item like this would look like. Like how do you get like copper in there, or gold or silver or whatever, you know, whatever this metal is, right? Thematically, does the staff use the power of rust? Or is it rust proof to be able to resist the rust it uses? I would assume it's rust proof. These gems, those are the mana stones. They come from transmuting rusty gears. And then you get a mana stone from a rusty gear. So is foil craftable right now? It would be nice on a staff. Oh, you mean like the gleam, the metal gleam? I don't know. We could try. Honestly, I have no idea. Let's give it a try. Let's go to desktop, model creator, launch. Ready for launch. So let's go to file, open. Mods, Rustbound Magic. Assets, Rustbound. Shapes. Items. Tools. So here we go, the tier 1 staff. Oops, didn't mean to quadruple click. What about face? Is it in face? I know glow is in here. Reflective mode. Okay. That's gonna get gross. So random reflective, weak random reflective, or strong? You know what? Let's do strong for this. Oh, you know what? Let's not do strong for this. I'll do it for the gemstone. We'll see if the gemstone can be reflective. So this part here. Right, so we can make it strongly reflective. So that did it. Let's do the top next. Did it do it for like everything? Oh shit, it's like a global thing. You could do all or nothing. So what if I do not reflective? All right, so all of this is not reflective. And then what if I do strongly reflective here? Yeah, it's just like a global thing. All right. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Oh, I want a tinfoil hat. When I asked about foil, I meant the in-game item, like a thinner metal plate. I don't think there's anything like that. Doesn't really look like it's metally, huh? So maybe it just doesn't happen on items. Because there's that, and then like if we look at gold block should be similar. See, like that's reflective. We're not getting that same thing in the items. It was worth a try. I'll just put it back to not reflective just in case. Alright, so that leaves the same kind of thing, right? So these are the models currently. God, I gotta work on that last model. I think maybe this one should be okay. I don't have to do anything, but this one, I have to inject some kind of metal in here. I was thinking the thing to do would be to preserve a lot of the wood color and still make it feel like a wood staff. Maybe it would be more about reinforcement, right? So the handle, instead of being the cloth, would be whatever the metal that it's made out of. So this one, it would be, you know, like the copper. This one would be iron, and then this one would be silver. I know gold and silver are kind of like themed, you know, quote unquote, for Magic, but I mean, it doesn't make sense to have something with gold give you more durability. And since it's not really magnifying any spell effects, it's not like you can argue, well, gold's a conductor of blah, blah, blah. And the in-game lore doesn't exactly, like with the rust and everything, the in-game lore isn't, you know, forthcoming with information saying, well, silver and gold are anti-rusting in this temporal stability rust Lovecraftian game, you know? Mostly because gold and silver are valuable in the real world, but they're not good metals. So in-game worlds are valuable because they have uses. Well, yes and no. I mean, gold's very useful. You don't want to make a gold sword, but if you need, like, computer processors or anything, like, that's gold. You know, again, for silver, it's kind of more of a status thing. Like, it does have value. But then again, you know, like, there's a difference between having something like, you know, you wouldn't use a silver tool to chisel. You know, you'd end up snapping your silver. Same with gold. You would try and chisel something out of the gold, and you'd be, like, not even halfway through trying to chisel a rock, and your chisel's gonna start looking like a pancake. After the first couple strikes, you probably don't even have an edge anymore. So it doesn't make sense to have that, like, reinforced to give you more durability. Because, you know, I want to stay on theme with the fact that this lasts longer than this, which lasts longer than this. You know, like, this one would make sense to not last long because it's just a thin piece of wood, you know? So there's not much backbone behind it, but something like this probably should have some copper in it somewhere, right? Yeah, their prices are more vastly higher than they're worth just because currencies are based on them. Because rare and shiny means people want it. Well, yeah, but see, I'm not arguing that, Hexadent. What I am arguing is the fact that adding those things to something does not increase their, you know, their strength. You know, you're not going to put, like, you know, for safety protection, I'm going to put a silver lining right all over the frame. That way, if I take a hit, it's going to be like Wolverine's bones, right? And add more durability to my car. Even if it wasn't more expensive, that isn't what it's used for, you know? So like having something like gold or silver for like a bracelet or a necklace or something like an amulet, I could see that. But having it like woven into a staff, no. And then where would it even show up? You know? I mean, that's the whole thing. No matter what metals I pick or choose, it's got to be represented somewhere on the staff. I just don't know where that somewhere is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I always thought it was kind of weird how I have cloth here, but I don't have you do anything with cloth. I was thinking maybe I should do some, not string, but, like flax. You know what I mean? Like flax fibers to add to it. That way it makes sense. Like, yeah, that's my handle. Got to start using thick gold plates as radiation shielding since it's such a useless metal. Yeah, well. The thing that gives it value is, like, you know, how much it is. You know, how much of, like, the abundance that we have, right? Same thing could be said for, like, you know, the, what's in the catalytic converter? I'm having a brain fart. You know what? Not chromium, maybe? I don't know. Lithium. You know, lithium's a pretty valuable resource too. We have a very finite amount of it, and it's in a very thin sheet in the crust. You know, once it's gone, you're not really creating more lithium. You know what I could do to make it easy? I do like the idea of having, like, the wood staff, right? Like, having that part. So, yeah, platinum, that's another thing, right? Yeah, platinum. Thank you. But lithium's in the same boat, right? I think lithium's, like... Yeah, lithium's in batteries, but I'm talking about the rarity of the resource. You know, like, they're within the different layers underground, right? You know, like, there was one time when, you know, the Earth was, like, bombarded with a lot of this stuff, and that stuff got, like, trapped in the layers. So what we do to get it is we pretty much mine out all the rocks in the areas where we know there's a higher concentration of it, and then melt things down and do all the separation to get a tiny amount of this lithium that we're just, like, pumping into batteries, you know? Platinum, gold, silver, a lot of that stuff, you know, it's not like naturally occurring here. You know, like the Earth is not making, you know, a bunch of gold right now in some underground mine next to, you know, a cluster of dinosaur bones, or, you know what I mean? Like that stuff, that's a finite amount. The metal in your car is so ridiculously old. It wasn't made like 20 years ago. That metal has been there for a long ass time. But we're kind of getting past it. So I think what I'm going to do is to have some kind of metal for, like, the reinforcement. This piece right here, I could just have, like, whatever the metal is just show up right here in the middle. That way I can preserve the top, and it could still look like, you know, like mostly a staff, right? Like, it's got the gem embedded, we got the nice little patterns and everything, and then, you know, it would have, like, whatever the metal is. You know, this nice kind of shepherd's crook coming down, and then just the metal clasp or whatever it is. Guess we're lucky we live on a planet made of iron. Well, yes and no. It's not exactly made of iron. We have a magnetic core, but you're not really going down that deep to be able to harvest it. That's the thing. You know, it's like trying to catch a bunch of water in your hands. You know, and you can do your best and you can trap some, but, you know, when we were bombarded with all these things and the crust was, like, super heated, a lot of those metals kind of went down to, like, form the core. You know, but you kind of got lucky in some of these places where, you know, it may not have been as hot to allow gravity to, like, kind of suck that stuff down towards the core. So, you know, again, as we're mining things, it's in these thin sheets in these concentrated areas where it's like, oh, you know, there's a bunch of lithium mixed with everything else that we can, like, pull from the rocks, you know? It's like helium. We get pockets of helium. The planet's not exactly making helium. And we're using that shit for like balloons and stuff, and there's a very finite amount of it. Whatever was lucky enough to get trapped in like these underground caves, right? I'm not a geologist, but yeah, I have looked into it because it's a fascinating subject. You know, to think about like the metal in your cars could be over like 400,000 years old. And we're using it in big contraptions. Like, it's a brand new car. Well, the car is new, but the metal itself, the iron itself, no, it's not. We're talking about first generation stars here, the super big boys that kind of supernovaed, you know, where gold and platinum and all this stuff could actually be created. And then the planet gets bombarded with it, and then to luck out and be like, well, it trapped some in the surface. Yeah, it's crazy that helium mining isn't heavily taxed. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean, use that stuff for like MRI machines and use that stuff for like, you know, kids' balloons. I want it to float. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right, time, set, day. We're gonna make some magic happen because I have the next update ready. We'll push it out tonight. So I'm gonna need to create this. We're gonna have to create all the different versions. Copy. Whoops. Copy. Let's copy this. So we're going to change a couple of things. This is going to be a mana stone. All right, we're hitting the deep tracks in the music. We're gonna go back to reset here. There we go. Nah, kids' balloons aren't important. They use that much. Yeah, they use more common hydrogen instead. Oh, yes and no, right? Yeah, it's like things have shifted, but you know, I could go buy a helium tank from. I think I saw some in Walmart of all places. These little like helium tanks for blowing up balloons, and it's like, wow. Okay, I'd go to Party City right now and be like, hey, I got a helium tank here. Can you refill it with your helium tank? Sure. It's crazy to think about, you know, some of this stuff, like where they're gonna be reading in the history books, like, oh, they'll find out helium's like a god particle or something. It does this awesome thing, and it's like our ancestors kind of. Why don't we have a lot? Well, you know, there was this Depression era thing called birthday parties that kind of hit, you know, forever ago. And then the birthday party, and everyone celebrates, and then all of a sudden everyone celebrates every occasion, and everyone likes balloons because they float. I suddenly remember buying dry ice from Walmart, right? Like, dry ice, the thing where it's like, you gotta put on gloves for this, and you can just go down and buy it at Walmart like you're buying a lobster, right? Like, I'd like some dry ice, please. Oh, well, okay. Give me some helium. Yeah, sure, the tanks are by the birthday cards. It's freaking crazy, man. All right. Well, I'm kind of getting off course here. So I'm gonna focus up a little bit. I'll keep this as Q. Keep it as Q. So we are gonna have a knife, a plank of your choice, the mana stone. So this is gonna be the tier 2. I kind of like this more because having the unique mana stone color makes more sense this way. Not that this staff is like growing with you or anything. Oh, and I gotta add the metal. I'm sitting here thinking like, The hell am I adding again? I gotta add the metal. Oh, what kind of metal should I be adding? Let's look at like copper. You know, I could do something like either copper scales or laminae. Chain! Copper chain! No, not gonna do that. Copper scales, maybe? I mean, how often do people make copper scales in this game? Oh, is that little piggy dead? Nope, it's just laying there. I don't think I've ever made copper scales in this game. I mean, it would make sense to have the little plates. So that makes like the lamellar armor, I believe. Developer mode. I mean, that would be what I would need. And I would have all the versions of it I want. Chromium, there we go. Dang nabbit, make some chromium. Man, now you got me thinking. Do I do like the copper, silver, gold? I don't know. Should I just throw logic out the window? Because I'm thinking about it, steel and iron are gonna look kind of similar. That's the only reason why I'm even entertaining this, because yeah, steel and copper and iron look really similar in color. But copper, silver, gold, that would be different. But then are people gonna get pissed like, oh man, because I mean you can find gold just by panning. You know, so at what point could you pretend the chain rings are separated and place a bunch of rings around the staff? Or I guess at that point you could use bronze bracers. Yeah. Can you make gold and silver? You know, I mean, I see it here. I'm not sure if you could, you know, let's get a forge. We'll do this for science. I just feel like I've seen gold. Gold was so much easier to get. Silver wasn't really easy to get. You could pan and you could find gold nuggets, right? I don't exactly remember finding silver nuggets unless I just never got lucky with my panning. So it's like, well, at that point, gold would have been the highest tier. That kind of throws it out. I could find gold way before I find copper. Give me a wooden bowl, access to sand, and a river. Given enough time, I will find what you need. All right, what am I doing? Gold. Ding, ding, ding. Give me a torch. I still wanted to make a mana torch. Boop. Heat up, baby. Wait, is it because it's raining? Is it gonna be dumb? There we go. Not gonna be dumb anymore. Boop. There we go. Good enough. Let's get an anvil. That should work. And we'll get a hammer. This should work. Oh, I gotta get tongs. No holding this stuff with your hands anymore. Boom, 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 boom. Can I just like skip ahead? Hey, there we go. I was hoping to stop the rain, but I guess I'll get this. You know, it's not looking like it. It's in the game as an item, but I guess you can't make it. Fuck it. Make plates. I got hit with an ad. I don't know, man. Let me know when you're back. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like ads are synchronized. We got what, nails and strips. I don't need that. Chain, can make chain. Gold hoop, used for making shields. Boss is for making shields. A hammerhead. Lame. What is that? Oh, medium carcass. All right. Okay, let's stop the rain. I hate the one thing I hate about this game is that it's always raining. No matter whose server I join, no matter if it's multiplayer or not, it is raining 80% of my time playing this game. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is it created through molds? It could be. I don't know. So if that's the case there, then you can make it, right? If there's a mold for it. Yeah, it looks like there's a mold for it. Oh, I got the uncooked version, of course. Yeah, so I mean, like, you could do that. And then I would just have it, like, in the middle part anyways. I think it's rain is common in spring and summer. Which is what you see. Yeah, I guess so when you start a new world. But, like, I was just in a world, last night. And it was fall. And it was raining the entire goddamn time. The hours of playing, it was raining the entire time. So it sucks. It's stupid. It's like, you know what? I like a little rain. I don't need a lot of rain. Just give me a little rain. Do I gotta like move to a desert? Do I need to go higher up? That way it becomes like snow. The rain's really annoying. Like at first it's like, oh, that's not bad. Like in Minecraft. I like how Minecraft spaces out there weren't rains, right? Like rain and snow. It's like, okay, if I don't like it, I could go to another biome if I don't like the rain and I want the snow. But you can melt silver and gold in a crucible. Goddamn bear running around. Just realize I want the Sunhaven rain spell in VS. Tiny cloud barely off the ground, spawns and rains on your crops. Yeah, we'll see. Does VS have a minimum altitude for clouds? I'm not sure. I do have world magic that I'd like to make. One of them is Storm Song, which would make it rain in your area. And the other one, of course, the opposite's Cloudbreaker, which would stop the rain in your area for a certain amount of time. I just haven't made those yet. Gold lamellar armor. See if that exists. So we got tin bronze, copper, wood, black bronze, bismuth. It's not looking like it. I guess instead of doing like the gold, see, my issue with the gold is that I can find gold day one. Like it doesn't make for a good mechanic to like make your most powerful staff the thing that, like, you know, something that you could find more readily available. You know, just kind of coming into the world. You know, like it doesn't make sense to do a gold thing. And I would still like to stay in the theme of, like, you know, something that increases durability. So copper, gold, silver, electrum. You know what's funny? Like I hear about like electrum, and I don't think I've ever like got it. Still, it's 20 nuggets of gold for an ingot. You won't find that day one. Well, if you have something like richer than dirt, yeah, you will. If you want to sit there and pan, you'll be getting a lot of it. You'll be getting a lot of gold. Gold is much more common in bony soil too, so you find a random ruin to get bony soil, and then you can get a lot of copper. Look at that, we got a ruin over here. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a good idea having it. Yeah, see, look at that. I got a little bony soil here. Got more bony soil a little further down. You know, so like in an untainted world, like I'm just trying to think of like the balance of things, you know? But it's a good idea if I'm worried about that, right? To have gold be the second tier. Because it is easier to find. I wouldn't mind that. And then silver. Yeah, oh, that's probably why I never found it. Yeah, it's just an alloy of gold and silver. Oh, yeah, electrum. So... copper, gold, silver, electrum. Although that's too many, because I would have a standard, you know, just a wood plank and the crystal, right? That's your tier 1. So I just need 3 metals. I actually don't need 4. So I could do copper, gold, and silver. Or I could do copper, gold, and electrum. Let's take a look at this here. I mean, electrum's a pretty interesting block. Unfortunately, I don't see... I could make a plate. And get rid of some of these items. Boop, boop, boop. So let's look at plates. It's probably easier to make a plate. 1 in 100 to find a gold nugget and bony soil. 8 pans per bony soil. Alright. So if those are the stats, I don't know. I just feel like I found a lot of gold. I did do a lot of panning. And I did have mods too. So it could have been something where, you know, a mod was helping you out with those conversions. But I had definitely enough gold to make like an ingot and a half by the time I was done panning. Although I was also watching, I think I was watching like Archer at the time, you know, just like a random show. What about black bronze? What about black bronze? Gotta need a mass panning spell. Hey, I can create anything as long as people give me ideas, right? All right, so let's try and copper. I think copper's a no-brainer for like the first kind of tier. You know what I mean? Like, or tier 1 has no metals, right? That's why it breaks so easily. Tier 2 could be copper, so I just need 2 more metals. 2 more. I feel like between copper and gold, gold is not gonna add as much durability. So gold would be like counterproductive to what we're trying to do. You know, I love bismuth. I think bismuth is my favorite metal in this. I'm leaning towards copper, silver, and electrum. I I'm thinking that too. That's what I was thinking. My only thing that made me think like, well, you know, is there something more out there? Would be the fact that if you, by the time you got silver, I mean, just by naturally playing, you should have a lot of people, you know, a lot of gold. You know what I mean? Like with all the panning and everything, even without a mod, right? That helps you out. You know, like I feel like if you have a lot of silver by that time, you probably have gold. But then again, it is the extra step, right? Because that's an alloy. I agree with that. If you have silver, you have gold. Yeah. I just want to make sure that the progression steps, like, you're not hopping over anything. Like, honestly, iron would make sense. You know, like, have nothing. Copper is clearly a stage. You make all the copper tools and everything. And then what's the next feasible thing, right? Iron is that next big step up, right? And then, you know, like steel, right? Like by the time you can make steel, that's like the final frontier, right? That's the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Everything's awesome, you know? It's hard to kind of reinvent that wheel. And that's the theme of the game too, right? Like steel tools and weapons are so much better than everything else. They last so much longer, they'll do a little more damage. Never had much luck with gold. I don't know, Hexadin. Like I said, like I thought gold was pretty useless, but I still had the bars of it. Maybe I just do a lot of panning. I don't know. Sometimes you get some music or you put on a show and you just kind of go in autopilot mode, and before you know it, you kind of stripped your beach. Let's just say the wooden bowl. It's a good thing it doesn't have any like durability issues. Lead, silver, and meteor iron. Goes from dark to bright. So let's take a look at this. Let me do that. So lead. And so you got your lead, your silver. Am I missing it? Yeah, silver. Lead, silver, meteor. But at the same time, like, well, I guess by the time you would find this, you would have to be a certain tier. Like, right, to mine meteoric iron, you have to be a higher tier. Took me a long time to find gold. Silver wasn't much fun to find either. Yeah, you need iron tools for... Yeah, so I guess that would put in... I mean, meteoric iron does look a lot different. Because I also have to think, this thing's increasing durability, right? Oh, didn't mean to take a screenshot. I swear to God, I can spell everyone's steel. Here we go. So I could do something like this, right? Copper, meteoric iron instead of iron, and then steel. Because this is supposed to be something that braces, not anything that helps with the channeling. Or with the spell casting. Right, copper to mine lead. Okay, so copper to mine lead. So I could get rid of the copper. We could go with the lead. Let's bring up all the plates, right? So copper to mine lead. So I could do like a whole offshoot thing. So you would need lead, you would need... But isn't that going to be more annoying for something that is a consumable item, pretty much? Because this is going to be on par with, like, a pickaxe or an axe or a shovel or, you know, whatever it is. The only hard material to get is meteoric iron due to its nature of acquisition. I suppose so. See, if this was like a spell book or something with no durability, then yeah, you know, like let's bump up the difficulty in finding this thing. So this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta get something in the game. We are gonna keep these two, so you can use either clear quartz or quartz ore, right? And all that's gonna make the tier 1. So for tier 2. We are going to copy, paste. I'm going to call this M for metal. Until Vice makes a meteor spell. Yeah, right? Bring down judgment. It's too bad you just can't declare a secondary material to an item. What do you mean? What do you mean declare a secondary material? No idea. No idea. I need to look at... Should I just have it be like a plate? Freaking copper plate or something. Gain metal plate dash and then the metal. So this would be... Game metal plate dash, and then it'll be like copper. So at least get something in the game. Would be nice if you could make an item with multiple recipes and part of it is based on the material used without needing to make new item for each. Oh, so you mean talking about like metadata kind of stuff, to where you know, because each variant that I have is just going to magnify the amount of items that show up in the game. That's why, like, mods like the Zikia, you know, it's like, oh yeah, it's cool, I can get a cabinet with, you know, this version of wood and this color inside, and it's like, yeah, but, you know, that item, instead of taking up one thing, is now going to be, you know, 12 times 18, or, you know, however many, and then it's just that, and then you add the third variable, and then you multiply that number with, and all of a sudden you have like hundreds of a cabinet. I mean, look at how many wands we already have here, or how many staves we already have. I don't know. I don't know. But at least we'll do something here. Should I even have it use a knife? Yeah, I probably should. So then I have to change this. This is going to have to be a width of 2. I could do a 2x2 at this point. Probably for this, I should do a 2x2 as well. 2x2. So X is going to be the plank. Alright, so I could do like this. And then X and Q. So we could have this be our recipes here. And then it could be a similar thing here, but instead we can have the metal here. Paste. So this one's going to be a tier 4. This would be a celestial moonstone. This one would be a steel for now. This would be a superior moonstone. More fun with expanded fruits, having several different kinds of bottles, and an item type for each liquid the bottles can carry. Okay. Sounds good. I just thought about this. I have 4 different types of mana stones. I probably should have 5 different kinds of wands. Or staves, I should say. And I could probably change the wording. I can make this like tier 0. Then this would be the tier 1 with the copper and the lesser. Then the tier 2 would be iron for now. But this would be, so this is the lesser, this would be the greater. I just want to copy this. There we go. Greater. This would be the tier 3. That would be the superior. So I would need 4 kinds of metals. So I guess we go back to... Let me scroll up here. So we could do like a copper, gold, silver, and electrum. Think that makes sense? Copper, gold, silver, and electrum. Although, I mean, is it really going to be hard for people to make a better staff? You know, like, is it too valuable a material? I don't know. I guess that's the eternal struggle, right? Got to make it fair. It's a disposable item. So that's going to be Celestial Mana Stone. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to swap these. So it should be like this. Yeah, then this one can go there. Okay, that is a little better. Steel, iron, copper. Could do like obsidian or some kind of stone. I don't know. All right, let's just save this. We're gonna fireball it in. Oh, I think this isn't gonna load. I'm gonna have to delete the old because it's a duplicate recipe, right? Yeah, so it wouldn't load anything. All right, let's shut down the game. I have to delete that old recipe that we kind of migrated. So this can go away. I do need to open up... Where is it? Item type, staff. So instead of inert for everything... Oh, it would only be for that. So this would be tier 0. Copy paste, tier 0. I have nothing to drink right now. I am thirsty. Wait, I do have something. It's this old sad Mountain Dew that I brought out that's room temperature. That's been sitting on my desk for like a week that I just didn't open. I have that. Hey, Wolfie. So it's not going to be a copper plate, but something like this. So technically now we have more versions of this staff. Oh. I gotta fix that. Alright, let's fix that. So, tool staff type. I'm gonna save this. We're gonna gracefully shut down. Quit. I need to go into the shapes, tools. So instead of inert, I'm gonna just rename this. This would be tier 1 or tier 0. Now that should work. Oh, I'm waiting for it to log me into the world. There we go. Anything going on my phone? Nope. Nothing. So that would be your throwaway staff, right? And then tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which means I need to readjust another thing in here. I think it's further down. Here we go. So technically this would be tier 0 would only be 50. Then tier 1 could be like 100. Tier 2 could be like maybe 150. Tier 3, 250. Tier 4, 500. Or I can make it like 600. Right, 600. This could be like 350. This could be 200. And then 150, right? Something like that. Yeah, I think this would be good. Oh, instead of 50, I could bump it up to like 60. Trying to balance it before people complain when they get it. It doesn't last nearly as long. So I could do like 60, 200. So then this one could be like maybe 350. Whoop. This could be 500, and then I'll just make this like 700. I think those are pretty good jumps. So basically, like the tier 0 thing, it's just wood. It's going to break pretty easily. It's not going to do a lot of damage. Right? Then tier 1, like making the copper thing, it's going to have quite a bit of durability. The next tier, again, is going to have quite a bit of durability. Like 150 more, that's quite a bit. The next tier, 500, and then 700. Alright. I think I'm overthinking all of this, too. By far. There we go. I'm going to get rid of that. This would be tier 3. 2, 1, 0. So tier 0 is gonna hit. It's gonna like tickle. That's gonna be tier 1. That can be tier 2. And like that could be tier 3. And then tier 4. Everything else, I will keep this wild card there. Alright, I think that's good. Boop. So I shouldn't have to look at that anymore. Now we need to just find out what materials these need to be made out of. I'm definitely getting tired. Losing my train of thought. So instead of an iron plate, just make it to where it's like nuggets. You just use nuggets. Nuggets for everything. Maybe you do have to pour out lamellar. It's double L's. I like the idea of gold. Why don't I have it be copper, gold, maybe iron, steel. I'm just missing a metal in the middle. Yeah, you can't pour iron and steel, yeah. I'm just getting stumped here. Like, what do I look at steel specific? Steel! Do I just pick an item? Like, I think a plate would be too annoying to make. Nails and strips. We'll use all nails and strips. Nails and strips. Use a chisel. I don't know. I'm stumped. No idea what item it should be. And until I figure that out, the optimization update can't go out. Okay, I think I could just get away with 3 metals. 3 unique metals. Because the tier 4, I'm not even sure what I'm doing for tier 4. But this, and this would be more than enough. And then I'm back down to my 3 metals. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Fuck it. You cannot make a tier 4 staff yet. Till I figure that system out. Let's go back into... I don't need to focus. I think I got most of the stuff done. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So technically, this is going to be tier 0. This will be tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. I'm just going to get rid of the tier 4 stuff. You cannot make a tier 4 staff yet till I figure that out. But the rest of this makes sense. Alright, let's Save and reload the world. Besides, I don't even have the model really done. It's not a unique model. The lazy part of me wants to just say, you know what? Just make it an ingot. The other lazy part of me is like... I mean, I could make it to where you have to, like, form these, right? Like, I could make a smithing recipe and I could call it, like, a staff clasp or something. That way it would be similar to, you know, like your hammerhead or whatever you're doing. Although, damn, look at the durability of some of this steel stuff. Even the prospecting pick is ridiculously high. So I could up it a little bit, right? We can come into here. So what if I start at like 1500? Or technically this would be the 1500. So we could keep 60. I'll keep 200. And then this could be like 700. Whoops. Maybe this could be like 300. I think these are better numbers for the rarity, right? Like of the material, how long it's gonna last. So nothing copper, iron, steel. Do I just let you do like just an ingot, just make it easy for now till I come out with something better? Get a little steel bit. I probably, you know, I think it's going to be a cop-out, but just to get this in people's hands, it's just going to take a nugget. Or not a nugget, it's just going to take an ingot. I think an ingot's something that you can make baseline no matter what it is. It's just going to take a whole ingot. I can worry about the semantics later. And then to really make it better, like I can make that item in between. Like maybe you smith it into whatever the staff clasp is going to be. By that time, maybe I'll have a little more time to think about this. Oh, I got double copper. So this would be iron. And this would be steel. There we go. Alright, so at least with this being done, I think for the most part, this is ready to get pushed out. Like an update. Should be the fixes for the optimization for the rubber banding. We have redesigned the Rust Mage to where everyone can learn all spells. It's just Rust Mages are going to be better at meditating and they can make a focus. If we go into here, let's do staff, right? So the lesser staff. The hell's it still saying a copper plate for? Liar! So the quartz, ingot of copper, ingot of iron, ingot of steel. So that should have worked. Build. Successful. Start. All right, we're going to load into this world, and we are going to watch this. I want to see no errors coming up. No issues captured. Good. .NET 7 fired up. There were no problems with any of my recipes. Add unknown item for 12 items. So all the tool staff stuff. Oh, that's all the inert stuff. Okay. I would expect that because this is a world that had inert stabs. Now, there's no visual with this. I could quickly slap it in. Oh, wait. I wanted to add something to the recipe here. Yes, it was flax fiber. Or should I make it flax twine? Piece of flax twine. You turn 4 flax fibers into a flax twine. Maybe I should just have it be flax fibers. Maybe 1 or 2 flax fibers. Just so you have the thing. Or maybe twine. I'd say twine. Okay, you know what? Twine it is. Flax twine. So I can do... Probably want to do the height of 3 and the width of 2. So I can have the flax twine, I'll put it as F. F. Flax twine item. Because fibers are wholly turned into twine. Yeah, at a 4-to-1, right? But I think this would be good. So flax twine. And then you would have your clear quartz, and then your wood. Do this. All right, I think this will be good. Copy these 2. Oh, nope. Won't copy those 2. I just want to copy this 1. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we are going to paste the flax twine into these other ones. I think I could just copy this, paste it in, and then change that to an M for the metal. Paste that. Paste that. Now I have to change this to a height of 3 for these, and then I think I'm good. Yay, then we can push out the update. Hopefully it works better for everyone. All right, what do we got? Any issues? Hopefully not. Staff. You know, it's weird. I just tried to fireball it in. I don't like this new version of like the .NET 7 background here. It seems like it is not pushing out those kind of changes like I used to be able to do. I used to hit the fireball and then everything would work, right? Everything would just kind of prep right up and get loaded in. Now it's like I gotta shut down the game to do it. It's kind of feeling more Minecrafty. I don't know. It's too Minecrafty. Staff. All right, there we go. So we got our twine. Yeah, all this together, plus the knife, you get your knife back, you get your lesser wand. Which is actually one of the better versions. We'll spot check a couple, so that's good. The greater oak staff, right? So that's going to be your iron version. It's going to take the mana stone. We got the green in there. You know, we got the cloth. That makes sense. For the model, I just got to figure out where I'm even going to put the metal part. Could be like in the shaft, right? The handle. So that's fine. We got the superior, which of course is going to be the steel. Honestly, the superior is like my... It's sometimes my first favorite, sometimes my second favorite, depending on my mood. The celestial you just can't make yet. And then we're going to have all of these little guys. Wonder if it would make more sense to have the wood right underneath. And this is just me being a little OCD with things, but it would make sense to, like, if you're gonna carve something out, to have the knife right next to like the wood plank that you would be carving. Know what I mean? And of course, it's probably just me. Probably doesn't matter. But you see, like, the knife, and then you got all this. You know, it doesn't matter. I gotta just watch myself sometimes. All right, let's do the localization for the new staff that we have. So basically, we're gonna take anything that says inert, and we're gonna turn it to a tier. It's gonna be tier 0. 12 occurrences. So there's 12 types of wood. Good. Instead of like inert. So do I want this to be lesser? Do I offset it that way? Maybe I should. Although maybe I should move away from like the whole lesser, superior, whatever. No, I think it's fine. So instead of an inert staff, I could just say birch staff. I don't have to have like an identifier in there. It could just be like a birch staff. Or a basic birch staff. There we go. So yeah, this should be localized. See, if I save it and then I try and fireball it in, like hot reload, right? And let's reload the game. It won't pull my changes. Now, I don't know if that's something that you gotta manually change, but I mean, that's a pretty big step back for the .NET 7 stuff, if it doesn't do that. Yeah, see, it didn't propagate my changes through. So it's still unlocalized, but if I close it out, and we rebuild, and then I go back in, it will have the changes. That's really, really shitty, honestly. That's pretty bad. I feel like that's a pretty big step back. Not as annoying as Forge, but it's a pretty big step back. Although it could also be me being tired and me being lazy. Could be that. There we go. So we got all our basic stabs. You have the basic, the lesser, the greater, the superior, and then the celestial. The celestial you can't make right now. Alright, so let's do a quick model here. Update these models. So what I'm thinking is, like, this part right in the middle, I could have this all be kind of metally, and then I could preserve the top. That way you can at least see the metal it's made out of. Because I know people are going to complain about it. I already got a couple of people who are like, your mod's terrible. I'll never use it. All right. I don't know you. I don't care. Don't use it. Use it, don't use it. Doesn't matter. I'll be using it. So I'm thinking if I can cut it off like here, I could push it all the way down. I didn't put the cap on there to have like a second crystal, but I think that's okay. I don't think it needs it. There was this one, and then I added it. I wanted to add something else in the middle, like a band or something. Why don't I just make it this space in between? Let me just make it the in-between space. All right, let's do this. And then we'll be done. And then I will push out this update. File, open. My god, it's a staff. So ideally, all I have to do is just take this. I could do a duplicate of it. I'll call it metal. And I'm going to push this, whoops, there we go, this way. Right, so I can bump it down. There we go, and it could just, and that could be like the metal part of it for now. Just so it has something. Save. Now I'm going to move this over here. We're going to open up another instance of this because I want to keep the positioning the same. So let's go into here. Open. So we're going to open the tier 2. So it's going to be a similar thing. We're going to duplicate this. I'm going to call this metal. And so this became 4. So I just changed those 2 things. File save, file open, tier 3 open. So again, we're going to take this, I'm going to duplicate it. This will be metal. This is a 4. And there's that. File save. We're going to close out of these. I'm going to go into the shape manually. Might as well just shut down the game. Grab that, that, and that. Let's look for metal. Instead of linen dark, it's going to be called metal. Tier 2, metal, click, linen dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Save. The last one, this will be metal, linen dark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to save that. Now I go into the item here. Copy, paste. This is going to be called metal. And let's piggyback off of some in-game metals. Oop. Let's go to assets, survival, textures, block, metal. I think I want to do the ingot, because the ingot doesn't really have any like side patterns or anything. I think the ingot would be Perfect. Perfect for what we're trying to do. So I'm going to move this over. So it's going to be block, metal, ingot. This will be copper. This will be iron. This would be steel. Copy that, paste that, turn this into copper. This would be nothing. All right, let's build. That should be everything. Hopefully everything is a little better. Little bit. Man, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, can I finish out a spell? Can I add another spell to the repertoire? Hey, look at that. That's not too shabby, huh? Just a simple little piece of metal with it. Although now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, why don't I just have it touch this and extend all the way up? I don't like not seeing the wood. Or seeing the wood. I don't like seeing the wood. We're gonna do it. Should be pretty easy to do all this. So I'll start with the tier 1. I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, just like that. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So that way it's touching. File, save, file, open. Tier 2. Click. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. File, save, file, open. Tier 3. There we go. Wonder if there's something else I could do. Restart application. Hot reload on file save. Settings. Is there like a settings? Enable hot reload and edit and continue in debugging. I mean, I don't know what the old setting was for. Maybe it's a setting thing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna open the old environment, and we'll take a look. See what that says. So it would be this. So if I click start, this is going to be, again, this is the old environment. Oh, I don't have the game installed for this version anymore. Damn it. All right, let's go back. Bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. That sucks. Well, might as well just rebuild solution. Pull up the old client. Oh, you know what? There's a profile for the server as well now. No, wait, what was that? VS mod loader. Oh, it tried to reinstall it. Lame. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like now. It's kind of coppered in, right? It's a tube. It's a tube for the most part. Those are in. Let's just make sure that the staff, you can make all the stuff. So the lesser, it's good. The greater, that's good. The superior and the basic. All right, all of it looks fine. I'm not seeing any stuttering this whole time. There's been no stuttering. Failed to cast spell, insufficient mana. There we go. Right, so I can cast a spell. Let me make sure that I can cast a spell with all of these items now. So here's the lesser staff. Here's a greater staff. Here's a superior staff. And then let's get a basic staff. So the basic staff... Or that's not the basic. This is the basic. You're in survival? No. Why would I be in survival? Time is enabled, yes. As you can see, it's constantly getting dark, so time is enabled. Also, if time was disabled, you would not see the particles underneath, if that was the case. When you stop time, you stop the particles, so I found out. Right, so I can cast a spell. Oh, it's not taking, it's not deducting anything. I forgot to put that in. Ruh-roh. I got this logic in here somewhere. Crap, where is it? Is it here? No, it's not here. It's not here. It's... I think it's on completion, so it's a little further down. Stop. Okay, this is it. Server side, damage item, and then mark it dirty. So upon spell completion... Unheld, interact, stop. This is what I'm going to do right here. It's going to be the main slot item. So it's just called slot in this. Slot, slot. Slot. The stutter only happens in survival. Actually, we found out that's not true because it was happening when I was in creative. It's just a time thing. So it was happening when I was in creative as well. So I think that should do it. We're going to take one durability. It's going to be on the server, and then we synchronize it up so that the client sees that one durability was taken. This is why I did not want to spawn these people. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, that darn time. You know, the time actually got me too, because like I'm like, oh my god, something's happening and particles aren't coming anymore. Oh my god, I'm casting spells and nothing's happening. Where's all the visuals? It's because I stopped time. I didn't realize the particle system had such an impact with the time system. Because you go into like Minecraft, right? And you go into like a creative world where time pretty much stands still and you can still see particles and everything. It doesn't rely on that. /GM1. There we go. Yeah, see. So it wasn't that. It was just like time stopping. Nah, you ran away. What can I hit? Now, I wonder if you're casting a spell. If I do that, I think I can... Yeah, it's the same cast time. Yeah, and it became a heal. So that's interesting. I'm not going to change that. That was just an interesting thing. Looks like this is a temporarily unstable area. Sweet. Oh, did it? It did. Okay, so it did take away 1 durability. That's also what I wanted to double check. That it took away 1 durability. And it took away... I think that had some already, because I've been using this, so probably took away 1 durability there. Let's double check, I suppose. So this would be at 58, this would be at 94. Boop. 58, 94. Okay, so that is working correctly. Insufficient mana. Boop. Took away 1. And that's at 92. Was that 93? Yeah. It was 94, 93, now 92. Looks like it's fine. Alright, so we're gonna quit. I'm going to close everything out. Close all tabs. Thank you. We're gonna turn that model off. I'm gonna close all that out. Now, since this is the .NET 7 stuff, I'm not sure how we export it. I'll do a 1.1 for this. Or technically, because I redid the whole Rust Mage thing, I guess I could change the middle octet. Because we actually did quite a few things. So I'll just make it a 1.1 version. Okay, let's pull up the Vintage Story Wiki. Vintage Story Wiki. Okay. Let's go to the main page. We're gonna go all the way down. Updating the template project, launching the mod, packaging the mod. They're using the cake build. This includes a second project within the solution of the template. All supported IDEs. You could select from the drop-down that you want to launch the mod, the cake build option, and run. When using Visual Studio Code, you can also create a package by running the package task first. We're not using code. Honestly, I don't like Visual Studio Code at all. It will perform a JSON validation on your assets, so they're at least parsable. Okay, whatever. And then build from my releases / my mod ID underscore and the version. Version's taking from the my mod info. Okay, so it's just going to take from my mod info. Congratulations. So basically, all I have to do now is come up to no, not to there. Let's rebuild everything. Thought it was here. Any CPU? Is it debug, release? So is it this cake build? I thought there was something else here. Something's changed, I think. I remember changing a drop-down. I just don't remember where that drop-down was. I thought it was right around here. Configuration manager. Yeah, cake build. So debug, cake build, build. Debug. I mean, when I do that, I don't think it's running it. Client server, Rustbound properties. It's weird. I don't think I have the whole cake build thing. Let me get the cake. What is cake? Yeah, here we go. So select from the drop down. Oh, so within the solution template, right? So I assume that's like the solution explorer. You can select from the drop down that you use to launch the mod, the cake option. Which I honestly thought it was this. But I don't see like a cake option. I got the client, I kind of want to check the server side out. We're gonna run that. Oh, what are you? Oh my god, can I do this? Is this gonna work? What was that red? Trying to run an exception, mod info. So there's something here with the mod loader, API mod container. Oh, so this isn't from my mod. This looks like it's a vintage story issue. I'm cool with that. Could I register to master server? Master server says no port to open. Okay, that's fine. I don't need anything. So now can I... so it's not quite like Minecraft, huh? Where I can't just open up another instance of this. So I gotta choose, right? Like, do I do the server or not? Lame. Lame. Build cake. Yeah, see, look at that. I want that button. So is it one of these? Okay, build cake, build solutions. So is it that? Build cake. Okay, and then there's build solution. So I gotta run it. I gotta run cake. So in the project within the solution. I have no idea how to do this. So we're gonna manually do it. It would have been nice to get that, like, done. But whatever. Ain't nobody got time. So I believe what I can do is go into, like, Rustbound Magic. It's gonna be in Rustbound Magic. I gotta find the DLL that I create. So it's gotta be somewhere in here. Is it in objects? No. Is it, is it in debug? It may be in debug. Yeah, I think that's it. 1056, so that's probably the timestamp right there. So I'd have to copy this. Take this, this, and this. Send to... Well, I would have to paste this, right? And then do this, this, and this. Compress zip folder file. And this would be v1.1.0. Copy that. Let's pull up vintage story. Yeah, VS Mod Launcher came back. That's annoying. Paste. There we go. Rustbound Magic. The new version. I'm going to get rid of that VS Mod Launcher. Mods. VS Mod Launcher, reload. There we go. I guess what I could do here is we could try to run the server again. Hey, look at that! So I wonder if I could just do like a local host. New server. Test. Local host. Looks like we're connecting. Yep, okay, so this is good. I could at least do it this way. I'm good with that. The new Rust Mage, so temporal stability lost via meditation and making the focus, which is fine. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's opt myself. GM1, GM2, right? Let's get a couple items for ourselves. First thing is going to be this. Actually, that's the only thing I need to do. Slash GM1, right? It's raining. You would think it would stutter if it needed to stutter, right? Let's lower our temporal stability. Make this full screen. Freaking out, man. I'm getting thirsty. that's what I'm getting. Getting thirsty. Spawns a rift at the player's location. We're almost there. So it is going to be a little glitchy because I am getting hit right now. I went way too low. I'm just going to swim around in circles till the stability starts to come back a little bit. I'm freaking out. All right, the gears are going away. It's all wobbly still, and I'm getting hit still. It's cool. The rain kind of looks like rust. I don't know if that's just like a thing. I'd never noticed it. But the rain had a very rusty look to it. We're still kind of glitching a little bit. Alright. I wonder at what temporal stability percent that everything kind of goes back to normal. So like, I mean at 20% now. I'm not shooting anywhere, although my temporal stability is a little low. But it's not doing that jerky thing like it was. Ooh, ruins. What do we got here? Hey! Cobble skull. Cool. Don't you tell your parents. Some damn berries. This is what I do. I will eat berries. There we go. This is why my character in game needs a diaper. Ooh. So I think it's fine. I'm running my own multiplayer server right now. I've connected up to it. This is a legit world. It's raining. There's a lot of overhead right now. I think this is fine. I think we fixed it. I was just doing too many calls, probably. Wah! Cool. All right, let's upload it. Let's go to Vintage Story Mod Database. Quit. This we are going to shut down. We will go to add release. I'm just going to simplify things. There we go. Rustbound Magic dash and then the version. There we go. All right, so I guess for some of the stuff, it's 1.18.8. I could say fixed an issue with stuttering and rubber banding that occurred when Magic was unlocked. The next thing we did is redesigned the Rust Mage class and restrictions for other classes. Now, all players can level up their magic tiers beyond tier 1. The bonus, keep the stutter around for when you need to curse a player. Seraphs do not excrete. They use 100% of the food they consume. We don't poop. Jeez, Hexadin. Fix it. Don't fix it. You're all over the road. Keep it as a curse. It's a curse of exhaustion. The bonus for Rust Mage. The bonuses for Rust Mage is the following. No one ever reads this really anyways. Enlightenment allows Rust Mages to make focus items. And they get a negative 40%. And they get negative 40% reduction to meditation, M-E-D-I-T-H-E-I-O-N, meditation, temporal, stability, drain. I will say staves were revamped. No more soul binding. Craft all staves. You can craft all staves. Staves now have durability. Woot. Staves. I think that's all we did. Save. There we go. Perfect. Reads every patch note. I want to know it all. All right, so that is done. Done and done. Kind of want to figure this out. I thought it was a drop down here. Maybe it was in release. No, it's not in release. Configuration, debug. Project. I don't know. I know I saw it. Cake build properties. Yeah, see, that's just the properties for this. I don't need that. It's supposed to be a drop down over here. Find in file, start window, build. Interesting. Oh well. All right, so everyone, you got your update. I got 20 comments. Holy crap. I'll probably go through this. We'll find someone to raid right now. I'm getting tired. Kind of want to get a drink. I gotta pee. There's a lot going on right now. Let's go to Twitch. Who should we raid? Is anyone even playing this game? My god, it's a dead game! We got, I don't know why. And people can do whatever makes them happy. I think it's really weird seeing, like, not a person, but like some anime-looking avatar off to the side. It's just really... I would prefer having no video, and I don't know why it weirds me out so much, but it weirds me out. I don't know. Who do we want to do? I mean, we got like an 18 plus, so that could be fun. On the way to full plate while winter. So is that like full plate food? Some people don't want to show their faces. I understand that, but it's still kind of weird to me. Like, I can understand why hex it in. I'm just saying that it kind of makes me like, when I'm choosing, I will most likely choose someone who is like showing their face, right? Like, it is what it is. But there's some people where they're like, they have their little anime bunny rabbit thing. It works. Animated avatar at least adds some reaction to the streamer's actions. I guess so. I guess it does. I mean, I guess that being said, do we just go with this dude? They speak English. Oh, let me see what they're doing. Oh, the dude's doing something with a windmill. Nah, let's back out. You can go with this person. Are they speaking?
Stroking is good. Yes, exactly. OG, you understand.
Okay, so they're speaking English. Or we could just go with this dude. He's speaking English. See, this one's not as weird. Going to the stream, yeah. I insta-ban any and all VTubers. Cannot stand that useless thing covering the screen. Bernardo coming down from his cloud of judgment, his throne of the Almighty, passing down his judgments, just making it rain. I mean, I don't ban him or anything. I think it's a little weird. It could just be me not understanding all the benefits. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get used to it. It seems like it happens a lot more often now. Like, a lot more often. For me, it's stream interfaces that leave the actual game windows smaller. Oh yeah, where it's like the game's like this big, and then they got all this stuff, and they got their chat, and like yeah, I don't really care for that either. Old man plays shakes his cane. Darn you! Back in my day, we didn't have 1080p cameras. Wait, I got an icon for this. Hold on. Where are my icons? Where's old Vice? There we go. Old Vice. Back in my day, I used to have a cassette tape that I'd put into my car cassette player, and I would trick it into playing CDs with this cassette on a string. Sure, old man. I hate anything over the screen. You hate me over the screen, Bernardo? See on my stream, like I have the bars on the top and the bottom. I put the bar on the bottom so you can't see my my start bar. Like you'll be able to see like it, you know, if like something pops up in a window. But at least you don't see, like, it's more like a privacy thing, right? Like I don't want my time, my date and everything on there, right? Anything like that. Hey, Grandpa, go play cassette breasts. Okay, Grandpa. I used to have to walk uphill both ways to get an ice cream from the ice cream truck. They used to have these trucks. They would just play music and it would attract kids in the good way. You could get a Mario lollipop and it had bubblegum eyes that would like break into shards as you bit on them. Beast, not breast. Beast breast. You know what? We see what we want to see, right? With age comes the perviness, I guess. Alright, so who am I picking? I still don't know who the heck I'm picking. This just weirds me out. Should we just go with like the tried and true? This person? Conquest of Blocks PvE server day 6. You know what? Are they at least talking? I don't hear like any audio. They got like a bamboo thing going on. I don't hear any audio at all. Oh no! Alright, we're just gonna raid this dude. They at least have audio. Alright, Gris Grub. There are streams with so much stuff on the screen that the actual content is a window. I know. I don't really care for those kind of... Now, if I'm watching like someone play Super Mario World or something, okay, I could deal with that a little more, but I mean, if it's a game that's, you know, has a little more depth, I kind of want to see the game. I don't want to see like all the wasted space around it and to have the game like this. I understand. I feel the same way, but it's all about preference. Okay, let's do exclamation raid /raid. So I think the next thing that I'm gonna work on is just spells. I'll probably get the summon light spell done. In this update, I should have disabled the work in progress spells. Should have just got rid of them. But you know what? It's okay. That'll be for another time. The amount of people with bars covering Minecraft toolbars or the Walia is unbelievable. Yeah. I don't know. I don't watch too many Minecraft streamers, but I think I know what you're talking about. Even like with my picture, I don't know. Good news, no stutter so far. Good. I think it was just I was calling too much. Maybe in a more sterile environment, I could get away with that kind of brute force coding. But the optimizations that we made should help out immensely. Like, there's practically nothing going on anymore unless you're like meditating. And when you're meditating, you're staying still, so that's not a problem. don't give a shit who donates money to you, bro, right? Yeah, I see that too, where it's like, oh, the top bitch cheer and the top this and that. I'm like, man, I think Blurry's the one that's keeping the lights on here, right? He comes in and he pops up one of my icons, and I'm like, yeah, baby. I'll see that $1.75, you know, someday, once I can accumulate enough of it to be able to get a payout. Like, you represent, my man, you represent. Yeah, that just kind of makes me feel bad. I'm like, or the people with like, they'll have like the goals, like, hey, you know, 50 subs and we're at like 49, and I'm like, come on. You just gotta laugh. I'm like, all right, yeah, you know. But then again, I mean, it would make sense to do something like that, right? Because people are competitive by nature, and they, you know, whoever's top on those, you know, they're getting their name out on that stream. My God, it's Vice. He's #1. He cheered 20,000 bits. Yeah, I get it. But at least make it 60, right? At least make it 69 subs. You know what? Donate $69, 69 subs. And then the next thing is 420, and then what? 40 or 42069. There we go. A combination of them. Yeah, it works for them and their audience, but I myself cannot stand. Yep, Bernardo, you're putting down your stake. I can't stand for this. Back in my day with Twitch, you know, it's funny too, because like, you know, all the ads that like get run and stuff, I have no control over that. And it's funny because you go into like adjust it to try and kill off the ads, and they're like, oh, by adjusting this and making it to where there are less ads, it rolls like 5 minutes of ads, and I'm like, what? Like, you're gonna penalize me more if I mess with the settings? It's like, well, it's pre-rolling. I'm like, it sounds like you're nickeling and diming people. You know? Again, it is what it is, right? So, all right, we're gonna raid this dude. The good news is, it's just him, like, as, I guess, as an avatar. I don't know what it looks kind of like a Galka from Final Fantasy 11. I don't know, you'll see it, but I don't know, this guy's playing, so it could be good. Yeah, I finally found a browser extension that you ban channels from view. And I have all VTubers insta-banned. Dang, Bernardo with the harsh judgments. That's fine, though. Hey, you like what you like, right? Like, I mean, you know, it weirds me out a little bit. But... and I don't even know why. It's just... I don't know. It's just maybe I just got to get used to it, you know? Just got to get used to it. Like, the guy's still playing the game, right? Well, here, we'll raid this dude. Old Man Bernardo too, you know it. See, with age comes wisdom. I'm an old man. You know, it's a privilege getting old, because unfortunately, keeping it real, some people don't get that privilege, right? Especially with, you know, what has happened in recent times, that what must not be named. You know, being old is you know, it's a badge of truth. It's a badge of truth. But yep. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy the new version that is rubber band free, hopefully for the most part. If you have any suggestions for the mod, reach out to me. You know, like, you know, it's through, because I have an idea of, like, the direction. But, you know, now I'm thinking about, like, you know, how can I incorporate mushrooms and, you know what I mean? Just from the conversations today. So, you know, thinking about, like, the elemental system, anything like that, any questions or anything, just reach out to me. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.